Holy crap, finally. Sorry guys, I think I'm a couple of minutes late. I hit start streaming on the OBS. It was taking forever to actually connect. But yeah, we're in now. We're in the money. So hello everybody, welcome to live stream number 6 of my Mao's Legacy Left Radical Run playthrough. This is going to be the finale, I'm pretty darn sure. We've entered 1985, and there's not a ton of events in 1985 in Mao's Legacy. Actually, let me pull up. I probably should have been doing this before, but there's not really any Steam guides in English on this game, but there is a event timeline. Of course, I would imagine it's very difficult to make a timeline because different things happen depending on earlier things that you do. So, anyway, jumping to 1985. Yeah, there's not really anything that's a serious thing. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, oh yeah, there's a little part of here. You can only increase your maximum investment, therefore your agent and army funding if your budget keeps growing. The strength of pro-Chinese forces will decline every 2 weeks if you don't immediately trigger a coup after giving support. Right. Uh-huh. Oh, I never saw this before. Huh. Okay. Anyway, So yeah, let's wrap this game up, but just to review, everything that is green or yellow here in Africa is my kingdom. But we need to stop for a little bit because, yeah, my max investment's not where I'd really like it. I've got a bunch of extra money, which I can't invest. There's an English guide to the guide, and it just says, learn Chinese, nerd, yeah. So anyway, yeah, let's wrap this up and move forward. Actually, I'm trying to remember, where do I check my influence? Is that under view? Yeah, influence. So world influence, the Soviets have 10.7, America has 11.1. I don't remember where I check my own though. Global. Oh yeah, my global influence right here. It's 62.3. So even the Soviets and Americans combined are not a third of my global influence. Anyway, you think I need to put it in agriculture and services again? Well, yeah, I guess that is considered budget, even though I'm quote-unquote technically maxed out because it's a budget thing. All right, let's move forward into the new year. So yep, there we go. This is growing again. Very nice. Don't evil laugh. We are the good guys. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Will I do a style germ now on my next run? I don't know. I know I want to do a couple of quick Mao runs where maybe one where I focus on just getting Afghanistan and another one where I just focus on creating the UAR. But I don't think I'm going to do either of them right after this. There's other things I want to play. So who do I still have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries still to flip, and I got a year to do it. So pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Okay, we're gonna now. Yeah, let's just keep. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that's happening, so we're waiting for some big events and mostly just trying to keep investing so we can finish this up with getting the frickin' boost we need to get those final 5 coups. So you see, you just keep investing here. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's no reason to not just keep dumping it in here. Even though we're maxed, I can always take it away later. Okay, we got a new event happening. Dun, dun. Event Wind of Change. So this is who's the successor to the USSR? Urgent news from the USSR. March 10th, 1985, at 19 hours and 20 minutes, General Secretary Konstantin Ustonovich Chernenko died of cardiac arrest. While the people are mourning, a struggle is unfolding in the corridors of the Kremlin for the place of the new General Secretary, the candidates for which are Mikhail Gorbachev, a young and promising party member, once a member of Andropov's team, known for his reformist views. Grigory Romanov, energetic and ready for experimentation, a young but experienced manager, the former head of the Leningrad Regional Committee, with an iron hand, ensuring the growth of prosperity and economy and Leningrad. By the way, I know that a lot of these events are kind of randomized, but isn't that a North Korean flag they put for this event? Anyway. Pantheon, that's a good one, potential plateau. And finally, Viktor Grishin, a representative of the old generation Politburo and a favorite of conservative circles, the head of the Moscow City Committee, a supporter of Brezhnev's policy in internal and external affairs. Over the years, he has overgrown with connections, including corruption, in the CPSU. Whom should we support if we can? I don't think we really get a choice here. Yeah, we didn't influence them. If I do a save right now, I could get the nuke achievement. Sure, that sounds fun. As a result, Mikhail Gorbachev was elected General Secretary of the CPSU Central Committee. He phenomenally quickly organized a congress and ensured the delivery of members of the Politburo by military aviation without saying anything to his opponent Romanov. With the support of Gromyenko and the moderate, he was able to lead the Communist Party with a minimal margin of vote. What awaits the Soviet Union? Okay, yeah, let's do that nuke thing. So, because it's a new year, I support the Maoists again. Let's make sure I saved correctly. Yeah. The Ides of March. How perfect. Besides, this is going to be a short stream anyway, so we might as well do a detour into some silly stuff. Actually, no, just keep dumping it all in here, because we're just sprinting to the finish line, so to speak. Another event, end of Albanian Stalin. We're just doing an achievement thing here real quick, so we're ignoring that. Nearly there. Yeah, okay, so we're going to get that on the next one. Have you ever heard of the really bad gang Hong Kong 97? No, I have not. That's it. We are at 100% support of the party. As Peter Parker once said, they love me. So let's provoke a nuclear war, shall we? Let me actually double check here the Steam achievements. Okay, Mao Legacy Steam achievements. I want to make sure I'm I'm getting the word. I want to get the wording here correctly. So just give me a second, y'all. I think this is one of those ones where it doesn't have a wording on it. Okay. 14 members of all your alliances. How do I not have that already, I meant to say. Okay. I'm not finding it. Whatever. Fuck off. It's a secret achievement. Oh. Alright, well anyway, let's provoke the diplomatic crisis. Support Maoists again. That is a big no-no with the U.S., so they're going to get pissed at me here in a second. Event. Democracy International. What is this? No. This isn't our thing. Alright, what is this with UNITA? Oh yeah, Oliver North. But this isn't what we're doing. Come on. I'm clicking the thing. Oh, I guess I didn't click the thing. Anyway, come on. Hit me with the crisis. Oh, I should have supported the terrorists. Well, too late now. Come on, crisis. Here we go, event. Diplomatic crisis! Our relations with the U.S. United States of America have reached a critically low level. Their propaganda already accuses China of all possible and impossible crimes, and our intelligence reports on the turmoil in the Pentagon and activity at American bases in Southeast Asia. We urgently need to somehow correct the situation if we don't want the Third World War. So here we go. Launch nukes into the imperialists. It all returns to nothing. Tension grows. That's one way to put it. Achievement unlocked! A.T.O.M! Ha ha ha! You have made your way to the precious red button and launched the missiles. Your strike has destroyed the weak balance between the United States of America and the USSR. And after you, they have also swapped nuclear strikes. Most cities have been destroyed. The planet is polluted, and most of the survivors have gone down to the bunkers and shelters. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna change the title of this. A.T.O.M. Alright. So then that's it. There, we got the achievement. Let's go back. So we have authoritarianism. Authoritarianism is one of the things that you need to have to Eastern Cyberpunk. Actually, I think that we're pretty damn close to getting Eastern Cyberpunk. I think I just need to... Where's Wang Hongwen? Oh, but he's not the... He needs to be the premier and the CM and the chairman. And he's not even on the radar, I think. So I think I would have had to make him the head of those things before he was on top, because to get Eastern Cyberpunk, which is something that only 0.5% of players have done, you have to be authoritarian, party lines authoritarian, you have to have automation, you have to have every branch of science in both the Army and Special Services totally studied. Your leader has to be the premier and the chairman of the CMC. And the investments into the Army and the MSS have to be more than 39, and liberalization of mines needs to be at 0. So I think this was the only thing I was missing, unfortunately. Damn, that sucks. I was so close. It has to be Hua Guangfang in power. Well, that probably explains why it's so hard. He's also not here. Actually, when I go to my... Wait, let me double check these again. My party line has to be authoritarian. Yeah, right here. State system. Very close, but no cigar. Well, let's carry on. We'll carry on. Alright. Keep jacking all these up. I think once we hit June, that's when we'll start looking into the Africa stuff again. Alright. Event. End of Albanian Stalin. Interesting news from Albania. On April 11th, at the age of 76, the permanent leader of Albania, Enver Hoxha, died. I guess he wasn't permanent? While the country is grieving over its loss, Ramiz Alia took over the position of first secretary of the APT Central Committee, who for a long time was considered the successor of Hoxha and played an important role in the defeat of Mehmet Shehu's group. Alia enjoyed Hoxha's favor for unconditional support of all the turns of his policy. However, according to some reports, he was not adverse to establishing relations with the West and Yugoslavia, as well as conducting some concessions in domestic politics. On the one hand, this could play into our hands, and on the other, it is not known how it will end. Therefore, we should organize a terrorist attack against the new ruler, if, of course, we have agents nearby. Alright, so we'll recruit a group of Kosovo Albanians and launch a terrorist attack. Absolutely unexpected news from Tirana, in the most seemingly unshakable ideological country. There was a terrorist attack. And what scale? Ramiz Alia, the current general secretary and successor of Hoxha, was completely assassinated during his planned visit to one... Completely assassinated instead of partially assassinated? During his planned visit to one of the capital's factories. Despite the vigilant guards surrounding the country's leader, the terrorist worker managed to fire several well-aimed shots, one of which hit straight into the lungs. Alia passed away on the way to the hospital. In order to suppress possible popular unrest, the triumvirate of the leaders of the Hoxhaists, Hoxha Chuko Chamkani, was created. Through a terrorist worker, the special services managed to reach a whole group of Kosovo Albanians who allegedly were plotting against other members of the Politburo. This incident led to a new round of party purges and repression in the state. Hoxhaism triumphed again. Albania continues to be isolated. Yeah, it's only half dead. He's only mostly dead. Wow, I didn't know that there were coffin emojis on YouTube, or anywhere for that matter. Also, tombstone. Let's get this stuff up some more. Let's keep moving forward. Wait. Yeah, and let's try to get that party popularity up because then we can come over here to doctrines and start banning these fools. Alright, I'm going to stop with the party envelopes. I'm going to hit 100 anyway. I shouldn't have put this much in. Yeah, but I can't go back now because then I'll lose support. So standard of living is huge, support of the people is huge, everything's awesome right now. Well, maybe I think it's because conservatives. It's probably not a literal party. It's more of a way of thinking. Oh Ow! Just popped my toes! Ooh. Hurts, but it feels good. Yeah, so once we hit June, though, we're going to start flipping some people in Africa, I think. That's it. We're at 100% support of the party. Event! In the Angolian city of Jamba, which is the main base of the anti-communist rebel movement UNITA, a conference is being prepared following the results of which the participants want to create the so-called Democratic International, a coalition of anti-communist rebels from different countries. In addition to UNITA, the conference is attended by representatives of the Afghan Mujahideen, the Nicaraguan Contra, and Nicaraguan Contra and Lao Hmong, and American conservatives such as banker Louis Lehrman, event financier, famous lobbyist and film producer Jack Abramoff, event initiator, and Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North are actively participating in the organization. Despite the bright anti-Soviet orientation of the upcoming alliance, it also intersects with the zone of our interests and may cause problems in the future. On the other hand, we can try to use it in the geopolitical struggle with the USSR. Yes, arrange a terrorist attack to disrupt it. There. Having managed to urgently establish cooperation between our agents in Angola and border countries, as well as secretly persuading the USSR and the pro-Soviet Angola authorities to cooperate, we were able to organize a series of terrorist attacks in Jamba. Unfortunately, UNITA leader Jonas Savimbi and American puppeteers were not injured. But we managed to eliminate the informal Contras leader Adolfo Calero, prominent Mujahideen representative Abdul Rahim Wardek, and the leader of the Hum movement Pa Kauher. In addition to the collapse of the coalition, the death of many prominent figures of world anti-communism seriously hit American influence and helped the USSR. That's why all the main accusations flew against them. It says him, but probably meant to say them. However, Americans suspect something about our participation. Alright, so if we go to view, yeah, it's gotten worse than ever. Again, my global influence up here, 63.8. Their global influence, 6.5 and 9.6. Pathetic! Oh, the Americans are embargoing me. That's right. I forget they did that. It's because I make so much goddamn money anyway that I don't care. Alright, we've hit June. Let's start flipping some more people in Africa. So Ethiopia's bugged, so we can't flip them. Let's get the Central African Republic, I'm thinking. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, let's also get rid of these fools. So let me do a quick save file in case I click something wrong. All right, time to ban everybody that's not us. Oops. Okay, yeah. So if it's okay, we can hit prohibition for the moderates, but we kind of already have done that, I guess. But okay, let's prohibit the liberals. Let's prohibit the reformers and the moderates, but I guess we already did that and I forgot, or I guess they were already prohibited, so I just spent party support for fucking nothing. That's great. Well, you know what? Let's load up because I fucked that up. So let's try this again. Doctrines. Okay. Prohibit the liberals, and that's it. Everybody is prohibited. It needs to be red on the right. But look, green means go. So I've been supporting the left radicals, haven't I? What the fuck? Green means that I have selected that. Red means it's prohibited. Green means it's legal. Okay, well. Glad they make it easy to load up. Red on the right. Got it. Okay, so we've already gotten rid of the liberals. Time to get rid of the reformers and the moderates. Cool. So, yeah, awesome. Oh. Could switch to support of atheism if I wanted. Whatever. Unitarianism. Okay, we are fighting dissent already. Okay. Let's keep moving. I'm just double checking. Do I technically have? Yes, I do have the Central Republic. Alright, next up we have Cameroon. There we go. We're nearly there. Our global influence has only gone up 1 point. Huh. Alright, let's keep moving forward. Event! Diplomatic crisis. We do not care. Event. The 12th World Festival of Youth and Students. This is going to cost a lot of money. The 12th World Festival of Youth and Students is due to take place in Moscow soon. Such festivals have been organized by the World Federation of Democratic Youth, an international left-wing youth organization since 1947, and have always been a vibrant gathering of progressive youth from around the world. And the festivals were aimed at promoting socialism and the fight against imperialism. We are faced with the eternal question to go or not. After all, the USSR, being the host country and having enormous influence on the World Festival, DY, may not let us in if there are strong disagreements. In this regard, some party members suggest holding their own similar festival, inviting representatives of friendly countries. Well, I don't think we're going to have much of a choice. Oh yeah, we could do our own festival. Nice. There we go. We decided to emphasize our independence from the USSR and organize our own World Progressive Youth Festival in Beijing, where representatives of countries allied to China and those who, for one reason or another, did not send a delegation arrived to Moscow. In general, our people were satisfied with the event and our ties with the Allies strengthened, but the international left movement looks at all this with distrust. Don't trust China, don't trust me. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I thought that was going to cost more money. Okay, so who's next? We have Benin. This is going to be a little difficult because the USSR is very strong here. Oh, I guess not. I thought we were going to have to do an extra one. Nice. So we got Benin. Cool. Alright, I need to, I need to get some water. I'll be right back. Ooh. Oh, need to pop back. Oh. Alright, be right back. Okay. All right, so I don't think we can get Togo. I'm pretty sure that this is Togo. But that just leaves Liberia and Guinea, and I think we're going to be done then in Africa. We'll have it all. The war between Iraq and Iran never happened because Iran does not go to war if you support the left. Interesting. Wow, so we avoided World War I happening, trench warfare happening again, but in the 80s. Let me get my phone. I'm gonna need to call up the based department. Oh, that's an old one. All right, what do we got here? Event. Schengen Agreement. Recently, on July 14th in Luxembourg, between 5 countries, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Belgium, France, and the FRG, the Schengen Agreement was signed, implying simplification of passport and visa control at the borders between them, and outlining a move towards an almost complete rejection of passport control. The Schengen Agreement was a continuation of the visa-free regime adopted long ago at the EEC, which prompted your party members to think that we also have our own economic union, the creation of a single visa space, the free movement between the countries of the union, and the simplification of border controls should facilitate the cultural exchange between our countries, the development of tourism, and people will like it. The problem is that it will also simplify the life of dissidents and criminals, and indeed, it is unknown which ideas our citizens will get abroad. So, what do you guys think? I think we should do this, as long as they're in the economic one as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh, that costs a lot of money. The conference between our countries of our union was held in Shanghai, ending with the signing of the so-called Shanghai Agreement, which implies the creation of a single visa space between our countries and the simplification of passport and visa control with the prospect of a complete rejection of the need for foreign passports. The agreement gradually begins to work and the people are satisfied. Only with this, it begins to get carried away by foreign culture and cast doubt on our state principles. It will now be easier for criminals and dissidents to escape from China and smugglers to smuggle their goods to us. But the ties between our countries have further strengthened, and tourism profits will replenish our budget. Yeah, potential plateau. You took the words right out of my mouth, because it's like, what dissidents? The standard of living is 100%. We got a little bit of liberalization of minds doing this, but it's going to go away in like a month, a month, really 3 weeks if it wasn't for the 2-week thing. Yeah, support of the people is 108%. Support of the party is through the roof. We don't have dissidents. It just has to say that because they have to say that. But I can't cut party envelopes because look, see if I do that, boom, disappears. Still, I guess we could get it a bit lower, and we'll get it back soon enough. Just get a little money back. But we also have reserves, so it's all good. Our relations with the U.S. went up a tiny bit when we formed that union. That's kind of funny. So yeah, we're getting 3.3% every 2 weeks. So it's gonna take us like 6 weeks to get back up to 100%. It's no problem at all. Yeah, the corruption's been going up because of the party envelopes. Yeah, let's drop it even more. Fucking hell, that's such bullshit. But that's what I get for having those problems before. Okay, economy. We need to get this up. Our maximum investment is dropping. So now, hold on, let's wait for the new thing. Okay, yeah, so now if we go to the economy, okay, our corruption is going to start dropping every couple of weeks. I don't think it's going to hit 0 before the end, but that's fine, or whatever. It's like, it's trending down, and that's the point. Let's see. Yeah, we must never forget that we got doggone freaking automation, baby. Which in and of itself reduces corruption. Because how could a computer ever be corrupt, right? How could software ever be corrupt? It doesn't make sense. It's just science. Alright, this one up again. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and do these final two coups, just to be done with it. So Guinea, coup, get their resources. Liberia finally joining the winning team with us. Yeah, and that's it. That's everybody. We flipped all of Africa except for Egypt, but that's because Egypt we're gonna do that's gonna be its own thing someday. But we got it all ours, except for Somalia, also because Somalia is bugged. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, let's also support the Maoists in NATO. We're also going to support the Maoists. I think I already did it in Poland, so let's do it somewhere else. Because I think you can only do it in one country per year, basically. Let's do it in, like, Czechoslovakia. So you see, I did that, and now I can't do it anywhere else. But, yeah, the point is that it's hurting them. Ethiopia, what did I say? But guys, red Chinese sun over Africa. Look at all this. It's freaking awesome. Oh man, they should make it. They should make it that you could help Nepal go Maoist early. Do it like 30 years earlier. You know, in '84 instead of 2014. Damn it, fucking corruption's still growing. Kiss my ass. What a fucking pain. Alright, let's check. How's the... Whoops, wrong thing. How's the corruption? It's still growing! This is fucking bullshit. I don't understand why. But we're almost done with the game. We are in November. Yeah, I know corruption won't be a big deal, but I don't like that it's growing at all, is what I'm saying. Let's look at that. American world influence is down to 5.1. All right. See if we could hit 100 on all three of these things. That would be something, huh? All right, that's it. We are done. It's time for our future. First off, thank you very much to everybody who stuck with me through this series. It was nice to do it, you know, with a little bit more experience now. So I'm happy about that. Comrade, further there will be unforgettable and difficult times of bitter achievements and great victories. But we laid the foundation of our bright future right now. However, you are similar to the sun, leader, and you decide how to proceed. You can decide to play further from now to infinity at any time, having the opportunity to finish the game in order to reshape the world as you see fit. However, you will not be able to get any achievements starting with a new day. Otherwise, you can put an end to all this and just selecting the right button, finish the game, and go to the summary window, where you will draw the line under your many years of work, and also will describe the state of the whole world for years to come. And most importantly, you can open achievements! The choice is yours. So first, once again, cheers everybody. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed this game. I'm always happy to see that there is an audience here, that it's not just like me and three people hanging out. That there's people who are interested in it, and I swear to you, it's literally on my bucket list. I refuse to die before I create Maoist Afghanistan and get that achievement at some point. So cheers, everybody. Let's see what world we have created. Actually, I feel like I should read some. Where's my Mao book? Oh, I have it right here. Yeah, I feel like I should read some Mao from it. Hold on. Revolutionary Vanguard. What do I want to read from him? Okay. I could talk about his new democracy again. Here we go. So, just another little reading from Mao. Today, the Chinese Revolution has taken on still greater significance. This is a time when the economic and political crises of capitalism are dragging the world more and more into the Second Imperialist War, meaning World War II. That's when he wrote that. When the Soviet Union has reached the period of transition from socialism to communism and is capable of leading and helping the proletariat, oppressed nations and all revolutionary people of the whole world in their fight against imperialist war and capitalist reaction, when the proletariat of the capitalist countries is preparing to overthrow capitalism and establish socialism, and when the proletariat, the peasantry, the intellectuals, and the petit bourgeois in China have become a mighty independent force under the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party. Situated as we are in this day and age, should we not make the appraisal that the Chinese Revolution has taken on still greater world significance? I think we should. The Chinese Revolution is a great part of the world revolution. All right, so cheers everybody. Here we go in the game. Okay, we got. Are you sure you're not Trotskyists? Que viva la revolución! And Stronghold of Maoism. And, I think we did get Eastern Cyberpunk. Wait, no, the wind will not cease even if trees want to rest. Okay, wait. Let me see which achievements I just got. Let me refresh my shit over here in the other monitor and see which ones we just got. Okay, so we just unlocked Que viva la revolución, which is endless cultural revolution. The revolution is never over. We got wind will not cease even if trees want to rest, so we have at least 8 people who were members of both my military and economic babbling, excuse me. 8 members of both my economic and military alliance. We got a stronghold of Maoism. Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. Which, oh, I just I can show it up here. Here we go. Yeah. So, and then, let's see. So right here, political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. I think it's because of how strong my army was. Que viva la revolucion. Wind will not cease even if trees want to rest. And then this one I'm extremely proud of. Are you sure you're not Trotskyists? Have the maximum number of African countries in your sphere of influence. Yes! Mao and Trotsky confirmed, literally the same person. Awesome. Dang, how do I kind of want to... I can't change the music from here, but wish I could. Woo! And we were fully automated. Full automation, everybody. Luxury space communism. Chairman Wang, and so says you don't even have that one. Well, you know, you just gotta believe in the revolution, baby. All right, Chairman Wang Hongwen and the political bureau's let's see what happened. And the political bureau's confident leadership of the country ensured China's loyalty to the precepts of the great liberator of the Chinese people, Chairman Mao Zedong. All opposition was part suppressed, part taken under control. The names of their leaders are now forgotten. We are on the great road, the road that the great helmsman has shown us. At least, as long as Mao's ideas are supported by the people, and the economy is more or less stable. In truth, we are increasingly accused of human rights violations. But who cares? Millions of people are receiving their own housing, free education, employment. The welfare of the majority is growing, albeit not as fast as we'd like, but confidently and steadily. China has become a respected country, and this is already a significant achievement. Finally, we have achieved what we sought for so long, something that not even the powerful Soviet Union dared to achieve. We have achieved automatic economic planning almost everywhere. Yes, automation! Thanks to which we can always deal with the corruption and deficit. However, due to current limitations of computers, the system still works with some errors and problems. It is being held back by the bureaucrats and their attacks all the time on all levels of the government. And some are even saying this system has its task to create electronic fascism. But we are starting to deal with the fundamental problems of a planned economy, making one important step toward communism. Another achievement, national reunification we just got. Right here. Xinjiang, Tibet, Hong Kong, Macau, and Arunachal Pradesh are part of China. Woo! Everything the light touches is our kingdom. The Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region continues to be an integral part of China despite the separatist sentiments fueled by our opponents. However, the situation in the region is still under control. The authorities are functioning as expected. MSS and the Zhejiang Production and Construction Corps successfully stopped any attempts to organize a serious separatist movement for Xinjiang to secede from China. Actually, we had an easier time here than we did when we went liberal. The Tibet Autonomous Region continues to be an integral part of China, despite the disruptive propaganda of supporters of the Dalai Lama and part of the local clergy who fled abroad. Huge funds are being spent on the economic development of the region, called upon to, quote-unquote, bind it more tightly to the rest of the country. On the other hand, we do not weaken the control over the clergy and resolutely stop any attempts to organize a serious separatist movement for the withdrawal of Tibet from China. Taiwanese separatists hid behind the backs of their American friends, but they overestimated their defenders and underestimated our determination to reunite our homeland. The landing force recaptured the border islands off the coast of Taiwan and drove the separatists out of there, restoring our sovereignty over this territory. The territory of China is one and indivisible, answered the chairman Wang Hongwen to the furious cries of the imperialists. True, we ourselves will not be able to recapture Taiwan itself because of our military bases located there, and certainly will not go to negotiations after this. It's alright, I've united with Taiwan before. We got a lot of the cool stuff. New territories. During the leadership of the country, Wang Hongwen may have made a lot of mistakes, but this period will go down in the history of China as restoration of the motherland, for historical justice was restored, and Hong Kong and Macau, which for hundreds of years were held by foreign invaders, were returned to China. Now Hong Kong and Macau are back together with the motherland, and we will never give them to anyone again. China finally put an end to our long-standing territorial dispute with India. The decisive actions of our armed forces, the state of Arunachal Pradesh was fully returned to China. The leadership of India, against the background of yet another aggravation of the situation in the Sikh regions of the country and the conflict with Pakistan, had to recognize our rights to this territory, although the fact of losing this very important state for the country made them very angry. According to our data, India is secretly negotiating with the United States, the USSR, and Great Britain about large deliveries of weapons and equipment for the large-scale re-equipment of its army. Against whom are these preparations? No guessing. Yeah, who could it be? There it is! Another achievement unlocked. This is the Brezhnev thing. Wind of Change. Gorby for all. Yeah, so Gorbachev was in charge. In the end, the old ruler was replaced by a young and promising Mikhail Gorbachev, one of Andropov's reformist cadres. However, none of Gorbachev's reform initiative ended well. The anti-alcohol campaign led to the decline of agriculture and the mass circulation of surrogates, the policy of acceleration, to the talentless waste of funds and the decline of industry. Glasnost, to the growth of nationalism and the heyday of anti-Soviet lies. Attempts to increase or reduce the role of the state in the economy, the incompetent and uncontrolled introduction of cooperatives, decentralization, and the destruction of planned mechanisms have led to a huge external debt, the collapse of the economy, the deficit and impoverishment of the population. Foreign policy was characterized by subservience to the United States and surrender of all gains of socialism, culminating in the dissolution of the Warsaw Pact and Comcon. The USSR itself did not survive them for long. The liberals and nationalists raised by Gorbachev, having won the support of the population, at the end of 1991 announced the dissolution of the USSR, actually taking away power from the would-be reformer. After Gorbachev came to power in the USSR, the social camp began to slowly fall apart. Without Soviet support, the power of its members began to falter. The bastion of European socialism was finally destroyed by the hands of Gorbachev, the CIA, and KGB. Woo! More achievements! Cold War, baby! Yeah, this is fun. Okay, so we just picked up, okay, does it, like, take a minute? Oi, oi, what's going on here? Here we go. We got third force. By the end of the game, China's global influence is more than 40. I think it was, we were approaching 70, so pretty damn good. We got superpower. China is the most influential power in the world. It wasn't even freaking close. And then Brezhnev id Jinovsk, save Yugoslavia. So no Balkan Wars. Once having among its supporters only scattered partisan Maoists, China nevertheless managed to break through and become a world superpower, gaining great weight in international organizations and many followers in different countries. The confrontation between the USSR and the USA is gradually fading into the background. It seems that the USA will emerge as the winner. The USSR, we were the winner, I'm sure it just has to say that. The USSR loses any influence on the world communism and simply anti-American movement. The socialist camp collapses before our eyes and most likely will be divided between the People's Republic of China and the USA, and we will get the best part. The 80s were difficult times for Yugoslavia. Huge external debt, the consequences of Tito's economic policy, attempts to improve the situation through market reforms, and the absence of influential patrons led to a deterioration in the economic situation, a decline in living standards, and as a result, an increase in nationalism in the republics. However, Yugoslavia still managed to survive these trials, not least thanks to our help. Market reforms were limited to the continuation of experiments with cost accounting and decentralization. And in the early 90s, they completely stopped. The nationalists managed to play on the discontent of the people and tried to secede, but all the attempts of separatism were quickly suppressed by the YPA. Attempts by the United States of America and the West to support nationalists led to a deterioration in relations between the West and the SFRY, which began to focus more on the USSR and China, although it continued to remain neutral. Sweet life! The dreams of Confucius! Hold on. There we go. Dream of Confucius. The Zhaokang Society is achieved. Your governance was marked by a huge rise in Chinese standards of living. Not only the food supply problems have been solved, but we have reached a level where almost everyone has access to the goods of wealthy classes, and more people acquire luxury items. We actively overcame the gap between the city and the village. Ubiquitous electrification was made. Modern communications were brought. Modern houses are being built in villages. Now every honest worker has worthy home and food. In standards of living, China have already outrun all Asian countries, including Japan, and for the people, you will always be the loved ruler who gave China development and a new life. Oh yeah, luxury, space, communism, thank you, automation. Worldwide situation, we've unlocked the state of Great Joseon. The DPRK became a superpower with nuclear weapons. After successful unification of Korea under DPRK's banner and exile of American invaders, a long-awaited revival and development began in Korea. Hold on. Thank you, Socialist, for explaining that to the chat. The country announced a successful nuclear weapons development. DPRK, protected by the nuclear warheads, quickly started to conduct independent foreign policy. Korea tries to become a new independent power in the region and global politics, and it seems that it will eventually... What? It just stops. That's weird. Our interference and forcing sides to negotiate marked the beginning of Palestinian-Israeli conflict's settlement. Yeah, that didn't change on the map, but we are basically responsible for there now being an independent Palestine. In some parts of Israel's territory. Hello there, Darth Jader. Transferring control of these areas to Palestinian administration was accompanied by many excesses. The status of Eastern Jerusalem, creating a corridor between the Gaza Strip and the West Bank of Jordan River, and ongoing terrorist attacks are still causing trouble. The relations between two states are still strained, but there is already a progress in achieving peace. Arabic states continue to remain scattered, and plans of unification are forgotten. Yeah, I did get the Joseon achievement. Stronghold of Maoism. Hold on, didn't we already do this? Yeah. So I think that's everything. All right, so yeah. A sweet life indeed. Pretty damn good run. And left radicals are supposed to be the hardest, but I certainly am going to come back and play them some more because there's a lot of fun stuff that could do it. Yeah. So there we have it. So just to review, we now have a quarter of the achievements in the game because I got a ton right now. We picked up national reunification over the course of this game. We didn't get them all at the start either. We got a lot of them right now. So we picked up national reunification. Xinjiang, Tibet, Hong Kong, Macau, Arunachal Pradesh are all part of China. We picked up Dare to Think, Dare to Act, where we brought back Hong Kong, Macau, and the coastal islands by force. We got Are You Sure You're Not Trotskyist, having the maximum number of African countries in your sphere of influence, which was freaking awesome. We created the state of Great Joseon. The DPRK, as well as uniting, became a superpower with nuclear weapons. We got the A.T.O.M achievement, where we, with 100% party support, we started nuclear war. Third force, by the end of the game, our global influence was more than 40. We got Que Viva la Revolución, where we have endless cultural revolution. We got superpower, so not only do we have more than 40 global influence, we were the most influential power in the world, and it wasn't even close. Wind of Change, Gorby for all. We picked up Stronghold of Maoism. Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. Another classic Mao quote. Dream of Confucius, the Zhaokang Society is achieved, aka a prosperous society. 1 billion people. We got a population of 1 billion people before we even hit 1980. We saved Yugoslavia, and we had at least 8 people in both my military and economic alliances, and a lot more of them were in either just one or the other. But good run, good run. I'm probably gonna stream 2 more times today. I think I'm gonna stream again in like half an hour. I'm gonna do some Fire Emblem, maybe not half an hour. No, maybe more like an hour. But we're gonna do that later. I need to eat. So we'll do some Fire Emblem, and then tonight I'm thinking we might switch from the Chinese revolutions to the French one. Assuming I can find the charger for my controller. So, exciting stuff. Thank you very much for those of you who joined me. If you don't mind hitting like on your way out, that would be great. And I just realized that it doesn't show the Steam achievement thing on the screen when I'm going through that. When I was going through them. So I'm so sorry about that. I don't know why it's not displaying that on the stream. Anyway, you'll have yourselves a very pleasant afternoon, and I'll see you all later. Night, night.